give you a life that is overflowing. An overflowing life and an abundant life. From that point that we read from, he said, I came to give you life and to give it to you more abundantly. The word abundantly is overflowing, surplus life, a plentiful life. That's the kind of life that Jesus came to give us. Jesus did not came to give us mule life. He did not came to give us small life. He came to give us abundant life. Somebody hear me now? Child of God, the God's kind of life that God gives is a kind of overflowing life. Meaning, someone can get life through you. And overflowing life means it's a kind of life that when you have it through you, people can have life. Meaning that you can be the reason why somebody will not die. Overflowing life. And overflowing life is you be the reason you have a life to a stage that you now begin to distribute life to others. Follow me very quickly this evening. Anyone that is born of God does not just have life, but have an overflowing life. A life that gives life to others. A life that do what? Give life to other people. A life that makes others to stay alive. That's an overflowing life. That when people come in contact with you, even when they are dying because of you, they come back to life. Overflowing life. You extend life to others. You become the reason why other people are alive. Somebody say, I understand you this evening. Somebody say, I understand you this evening. Somebody say, I am understanding this evening. Child of God is the kind of life that enable you to talk to death, and death will answer you. Overflowing life. It's a kind of life that when you shout to death, death hear you. Death respond to you. Death run when you speak. When you run against death, death does not have any other option than to run. Overflowing life. Somebody get my point this evening now? Are you getting my point this evening now? Child of God, this is the kind of life that when somebody that is dying hear your voice, the person can come back to life. When somebody that is dying hear your voice, the person does not have any other option than to come back to life. This is the kind of life that when somebody around you is sick to death, when you lay your hands on that person, the life of Christ that you have inside of you flow to that person, and the person come back to life. Overflowing life. It's a kind of life that when you have somebody that is sick to death, because of the life that you have, when you pray, believing God, the life that you have of Christ inside of you will flow from you to that person, and that person that is dying will now jerk back to life. Overflowing life. Somebody say overflowing life. Somebody say overflowing life. Somebody say overflowing life. Child of God, it is not a life just for yourself. It is a life that gives other people reasons to live. It is a life that you have that gives other people reasons to be alive. That gives other people reasons to live. That is overflowing life. Child of God, an abundant life is an overflowing life. And your life cannot be overflowing and still experiencing death. It is not possible for your life to be overflowing and at the same time experiencing death. When you have overflowing life, death is cancelled. You cannot be having overflowing life as something is still dying around you, dying inside of you, dying within you. It's not possible. Overflowing life. Somebody say overflowing life. Somebody say overflowing life. Those that have overflowing life speak to death, and death listen to them. Those that have overflowing life cast away death, the spirit of death. Those that have overflowing life cannot be defeated by death. They defeat death. Those that have overflowing life, they speak to death, and death hear them. Because the life that you carry is much. You can speak to a dying situation, and the dying situation restore back to life. You can speak to a dying marriage, and the dying marriage come back to life. You can speak to a dying business, and the dying business come back to life. Because the life that you have is overflowing, is extending to others and to other things. How can you attract overflowing life because of time? How can you attract overflow? How can you get overflowing life? Child of God, number one way we shall be talking about before we go to another dimension is through Christ. You can get overflowing life. Number one way to get overflowing life is through Christ. There is no way you can get an overflowing life if you don't have Christ. Somebody, are you getting me this evening now? Child of God, Christ is the architect of overflowing life. Child of God, Christ is the genesis, is the originator of overflowing life. Anyone that lack Christ lack overflowing life. Somebody hear me now? In John chapter 11 verse 25, you study that place very well. When Lazarus died, the sisters were crying. They were crying, hey master, if you were here, our brother Lazarus wouldn't have died. But Jesus Christ said to them in verse 25, he said, I am the resurrection, I am the life. He said, even if you are dead, because of me, you can have life. So that is to say, with Christ, you have overflowing life. And with Christ, anything that is dead inside of you can come back to life. Somebody say, I hear you, sir. Somebody say, I hear you, sir. Somebody say, I hear you, sir. In meaning, the more of Christ that you carry, the more of overflowing life that you enjoy. If you carry less of Christ, you carry less of overflowing life. Anyone that have Christ abundantly, have life abundantly, overflowing. It overflow when Christ is involved. When Christ is involved, the life overflow. He is the one that gives you overflowing life. So for you to have overflowing life, you need who? You need Christ. You need Christ. Child of God, the reason why society thinks as if dying around you is because you have not had enough. Christ is not yet flowing abundantly inside of you. When Christ starts overflowing inside of you, the overflowing of Christ will extend to that thing that is dying, and that will get back to life. When Christ is overflowing on your inside, when you command that thing to come back to life, is it marriage, is it business, is it handwork, is it finance? When you discover that your finance is dying because of overflowing life that you carry in Christ, when you command the finance to jet back to life. So if you want more of overflowing life, you need more of Christ. Christ is the originator, is the architect of overflowing life. Somebody are hearing me this evening now? Are you hearing me this evening now? Child of God, if you show me a man that is battling with death, I will show you a man that lack overflowing, that lack Christ. You cannot carry overflowing life and you are battling with death. Death does not have say where you are when the life that you carry is overflowing. So when you are battling with life, it means that you don't have overflowing life, and meaning that you don't have Christ enough. Child of God, show me a man and a woman that is experiencing death in his or her marriage. I will show you a man, I will show you a woman that lack overflowing life, that lack Christ abundantly. Child of God, when you show me a man or a woman that is experiencing death in his or her body, I will show you a man or a woman that doesn't have overflowing life. You cannot have overflowing life through Christ and something is still dying inside of you. It's not possible. Somebody say overflowing life. Somebody say overflowing life. Somebody say overflowing life. Child of God, show me a man that is always see dead people in his or her dream. Show me a man or a woman always see dead people in his or her dream. And I will tell you for sure that that person doesn't have overflowing life. You cannot have overflowing life and people are trying to kill you, or you see yourself dying in the dream. It's not possible. When you have overflowing life, the life that you have is capable of even waking people when you dream. Somebody say, I hear you, sir. Somebody say, I hear you, sir. The overflowing life through Christ is the antidote to death. Is the antidote to death. When people are dying in your family, carry overflow of life and it will stop. Some family people always die every year. I bet you, if you carry overflowing of life because of you, that death will stop in your family. I'm telling you, it's very simple. When the life inside of you is flowing, you have the capacity. That your brother that they are mapper for death, you have the capacity to stop that death through you, through the overflowing life that you carry. Somebody say, I carry overflowing life. Somebody say, I carry overflowing life. Nothing around me will die. Somebody say, I carry overflowing life. Nothing around me will die. Somebody say, I carry overflowing life. Nothing around me will die. Somebody hear me now? Now say to yourself, now say, I carry overflowing life. Christ is inside of me. I cannot die anyhow. Say to yourself again, say, I carry overflowing life. Christ is inside of me. I cannot die anyhow. Say to yourself for the very last time, say, I carry overflowing life. Christ is inside of me. I cannot die anyhow. Put your right on your forehead now. Put your right on your forehead now. Put your right on your forehead. Say to yourself, say, my life is secured in Christ. I cannot die anyhow. Say, my life is secure in Christ. Say, my life is secure in Christ. My business is secured in Christ. My marriage is secured in Christ. My children is secured in Christ. I cannot die anyhow. So are you hearing me now? Are you hearing me now? Can you do it again and put a letter on your forehead now? Put a letter on your forehead. Why don't you begin to declare overflowing life upon your business, your anger, anything there, my business is dying. I release overflowing life. Speak it now. There's a lot that we need to talk about. There's a lot that we need to talk about. Speak overflowing life to your business, to the life of your children, into your marriage, into your finance, into your handwork. Yes. My handwork that is dying, receive overflow. Overflowing life. My son that is sick, my daughter that is sick, receive overflow. My mother, my father that is sick, overflowing life. I speak it into you. My grandfather, my grandmother that is sick, I speak overflowing life into you. Receive it now. Overflowing life in Christ, I speak it. That my son, that my daughter that is dying, I speak overflowing life. My husband that is dying, I speak overflowing life. My brother that is dying, I speak overflowing life. My son that is dying, I speak overflowing life. Begin to speak it. Begin to speak it. Begin to speak it. Begin to speak it. Speak it. Your handwork, your career, your finance, your academics. I speak overflow life. I speak overflow life. I speak overflow life. I speak overflow life into that my business. Receive life. My finances that is going down, receive life. Overflow, life overflow, life overflow. I came to give you life and give it to you overflowing, 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 abundantly, abundantly, abundantly. My business cannot die. My business cannot die. My handwork cannot die. My finance cannot die. My son cannot die. My daughter cannot die. My wife cannot die. My husband cannot die. My children will not die. I speak overflow life. Speak it.